Hello, my dear friends from all around the world. Today, I would like to use languages I can manage, English and Japanese, to share information about the Menglong case, in the hope that more people around the world can more easily understand an event that has triggered a global wave of public concern. First in English. Perhaps some people have only carefully heard the news that the Chinese actor and singer Yu Menglong has passed away, without truly understanding why his influence has been so immense, why a petition titled Justice for YuMenglong has gathered over 740,000 signatures from people around the world on AVAAZ, the world's most well-known online petition platform. Why within just 3 months, he suddenly rose to 5th place on the 100 most handsome faces, and why prominent bloggers and media figures across major global social media platforms have been reporting on topics related to him. Many cannot understand how the death of a celebrity who during his lifetime was barely known or noticed internationally could trigger such tidal wave across the world. This has left many people deeply confused. You may assume that all of this was driven by his fan base. However, I must tell you that this is not the truth. The force that has stirred such waves across the world is not a fandom, but ordinary people of goodwill, regardless of nationality or ethnicity. It is countless acts of kindness and conscience, gathered together like tiny sparks of light, ultimately transformed into an immeasurable force and carried across the world. Here I would like to explain as simply as possible to those who live in societies where freedom and equality exist, and where the most basic human rights and the right to life are protected. You are fortunate. What I'm about to describe may be something you never witnessed and may find difficult to believe that such cruelty and injustice could occur in a country and society that outwardly appears prosperous, advanced, and flourishing. But I also believe that the great power of kindness transcends borders, nations, and cultures, and can unite all people who cherish love and justice, standing together in defense of fairness and humanity. First, I would like to briefly introduce the chapter of Mr. Yu Menglong because the reason why tens of thousands of people continue to fight for him, even after his death and despite relentless suppression by powerful criminal forces, is inseparable from his angelic character and the integrity of his humanity. In China's entertainment industry, many celebrities pursue wealth and fame at all costs. They often collude with powerful political or business interests, sometimes engaging in illegal activities such as money laundering or even trading their bodies in exchange for success and status. After achieving fame, they amass enormous wealth, enjoy elevated social standing, grow arrogant and extravagant, purchase luxury cars and properties. Others lead chaotic private lives involving drug abuse or prostitution. Their glamorous on-screen images are merely disguises. Mr. Yu Menglong lived in this environment for 12 years until the end of his life. Yet he was completely different. He was kind, sincere, well-mannered, talented, and compassionate. He respected everyone, his peers, seniors, juniors, and all grassroots staff around him. He respected women, always thinking of their well-being and stepped in to help them out of difficult situations. He treated his fans with genuine sincerity, chatting and interacting with them warmly, nothing like a distant superstar with tens of millions of followers. He was often the first to rush forward to help a stranger who had fallen. This gentleness and integrity was etched into his very bones. He also possessed the backbone of a general and the soul of an angel. When he first entered the entertainment industry, he was deceived by his agency into signing an extremely unfair contract. His company and manager had the power to arbitrarily assign him work, seize the income he earned, destroy his health, and exploit him relentlessly. Had he agreed to participate in money laundering or other illegal activities, or burned to powerful elites and sold his body, he might have gained more opportunities to become a top-tier celebrity. But he refused all of this. As a result, he was continuously oppressed, monitored, and abused by these powerful and malicious figures. Even so, he never abandoned his principles. He remained kind and optimistic. He wore inexpensive clothes, worked day and night for 12 years, earned no car or horses, and had no savings. Yet during all 12 years of his career, he never stopped doing charitable work. He donated to disaster-stricken areas, supported the deaf, people suffering from depression, and hospitals, and donated medical equipment. When his agency denied him work opportunities, he went to impoverished mountain regions to teach children for free. He even set up automatic charitable bank transfers. After his death, charities continued to receive automatic donations from his account, transfers amounting to the final 50-some yuan left in his bank account. He did not do these things to cultivate a kind celebrity persona. This was simply who he was, a level of goodness that few human beings could ever reach. I ask myself honestly, if I were in his position, I could not have done what he did. These details only came to light after his death through television footage and archival material. During his lifetime, his agency deliberately suppressed his exposure, fearing that if he became too successful, he would be uncontrollable. This has left many people with the same painful regret. If only we had known you earlier, would the ending have been different? Could we have protected you? Finally, on September 11, 2025, those demons took his life in the cruelest way imaginable. The announcement of his death came from his studio, but everything had been premeditated. His agency, his manager, individuals backed by powerful political forces, and certain malicious actors within the entertainment industry, including fellow actors, singers, screenwriters, and directors, jointly subjected him to unimaginable torture for an unknown length of time until his heart finally stopped. Audio recordings circulating online capture the sounds of Mr. YuMenglong and his beloved pets being brutally tortured and killed, sounds that breaks the heart of anyone who hears them. We can never imagine the suffering he endured. A forensic professional even secretly revealed details of his autopsy report. The injuries on his body were beyond what one might expect, even in hell, yet they appeared on the body of such an angel. Many people are devastated by this. Some burst into tears merely upon hearing his name. What is even more despairing than failing to protect him in life is the fact that justice cannot be obtained for him after death. All evidence points to brutal murder, not suicide. Yet Chinese police concluded that his death was suicide, despite the complete lack of evidence to support such a claim. Mr. YuMenglong was known for his positivity, his love for life, his devotion to his mother and his pets. He would never have abandoned them. More disturbingly, on the night of his death, the residential complex where his staged fall occurred was flooded with police vehicles. However, those police officers were not there to rescue Yu Menglong. They were there to prevent others from rescuing him and to prevent any information from leaking out. Witnesses recorded the cries of girls shouting for him to escape. Large groups of people surrounding the area and bodies being transported. Yet none of the residents, mostly celebrities and wealthy individuals, claimed to notice anything. There are only two explanations. Number one, they were threatened with death. Number two, they were bribed with large sums of money. After that night, a wave of property sell-offs occurred in the complex, with residents dumping luxury apartments at unusually low prices, fearing to remain in what had become a hellish neighborhood. Despite all these anomalies, Chinese netizens who attempted to spread the truth were silenced. His name became forbidden. His voice, photos, videos, films, songs, even his face were completely banned. Accounts that mentioned him were permanently deleted. Some users were summoned by police and threatened. Still, many kind-hearted people in China persist. They anonymously send reports to government departments, file complaints, make calls, and speak out indirectly online. Most of them are women. Some fans, many complete strangers. They range from teenagers to elderly people in their 60s. What they share is a conscience, a sense of justice, and kindness. They say they are not fighting for a celebrity, but for a fellow human being, for an innocent life, and for every ordinary person without power who simply wants to live with dignity. I am sharing this story in multiple languages because I feel utterly powerless and in pain. I was not his fan. I never followed celebrities, but he had deeply moved me. He never spoke of his own goodness, yet once you learn about him, no one can deny it. In China's entertainment industry, destroying a celebrity is easy. Dig up scandals and amplify them. Yet, for over 100 days, despite being unable to defend himself, not a single piece of dirt has been found on him. This only proves his purity. How can such an angel be frozen forever at the age of 37 in such a horrific way? We cannot accept this. Because the perpetrators are powerful and wealthy, they believe they can stand above human life and the law, commit murder to satisfy their desires, openly provoke the moral limits of society, and escape all accountability. But Yu Menglong was not a criminal. He did nothing wrong. His name, face, and works should not be erased. His existence deserves to be remembered openly. Above all, he deserves justice, and those responsible deserve punishment. unable to comprehend why such a perfect, harmless, and gentle soul was destroyed and silenced. I can only believe the saying, when crows fill the sky, the swan's whiteness becomes a crime. May this world never become such a place. Beauty is not a crime. Kindness is not a crime. The whiteness of a swan is not a crime. I sincerely ask you to stand with us, to seek justice for a pure soul that was brutally destroyed, to protect the soil in which truth, goodness, and beauty can grow, and to ensure that kindness is not defeated by evil. Please consider signing the petition on AVAAZ. I will place the link in the comments. I also ask you to share his story so more people may remember his goodness and the crimes committed against him, and permanently reject and sanction those responsible. You may save and repost this video. Thank you.